Magic of mine today about this smart thermostat. Kit for the heating. You might know it, right? Little by little, everything at home is becoming smarter, and the heating is no exception. In this particular set, we receive a thermostat controller that appears like this at first glance, showcasing its design. The entire setup, as you can clearly see here, is simply connected to the home heating systems for efficient operation. We'll handle that later when we have time. Keys are available here, as usual. It all makes a pretty good impression, has a solid weight to it. And what is truly important to remember is that you also need a corresponding bridge to facilitate that connection effectively. That's not the case in this particular situation, where you won't have to write essays again. However, in this context, it is included, meaning the gateway exists to manage and control the entire process effectively. Of course, everything is conveniently controlled through the app, but it all has to be efficiently processed somewhere. And that's precisely what this charming little sweet bridge is designed for, yes indeed. One might also be familiar with other bridges connecting to the other, perhaps even those crafted by Humi. This one is clearly larger in size, but essentially it's still the smaller device overall. This will be connected, everything is linked, and then it starts. We'll take care of it now and meet soon. So, we have successfully connected the network gateway here. That's not particularly difficult for now. It connects to the power supply and the app. Simply download the app, and then you can easily search for the device using Bluetooth technology. That's relatively easy. We want to take the next steps here now. Here we can already see that it has a digital display. We can manually adjust everything here. Max limit is 35. One can feel here that it gradually pulls away. You can hear it too. He displays the current temperature that he is measuring right here. If we want to connect everything now, let's do it together. We switch everything to the off mode, then we press this button here for a bit longer, about 5 seconds, and then everything will blink and it will switch to the mode. Let's view the entire app now. So we are now at my app. We jump here onto our multi-gateway system and then proceed to this specific area for further exploration. Here we now take our collective yes, our commitment to the bridge ahead. She currently has no devices connected. And now we're simply transitioning to the add device and indicating that the entire system should be integrated as an associate device, or it may seem like nonsense. We naturally want to bring this situation to a close with a new device. Which ones consistently go, and that also on our knob represent the entire connection mode for the device. He discovered an intelligent radiator here. We say to complete. We can name that here too. This is now our designated study area here. Then let's officially call it that from now on. Heating process, focused study sessions, and final completion of the project. So completion. The whole thing will be updated here again, and then our heating should be here, and then everything will be set. So, the entire situation is currently resolved and is being securely locked away for safety and protection. I'll adjust the heating now, and everything will adapt accordingly. And we get immediate feedback here. Let's crank it up to full power and see how long it takes. You notice that? So, and that's how it's already right in there afterwards. We can still easily grab it ourselves here and move it back and forth. And that situation will also change significantly with our heating system adjustments. That's quite a nice thing. Turn that off again. Room temperature is being measured. Employment status, that all works too. We can theoretically set up a child safety lock feature here if we choose to do so. Automated mode versus manual mode of operation. It is always important that everything must be addressed. So, manual mode is simply this feature here. And yes, the app can be a bit slow and unresponsive at times, which can be quite frustrating. In auto mode, we have the ability to easily set and maintain a specific temperature that we desire for the room. And then he just adjusts it. Child safety lock. Therefore, one can no longer simply assume that everything can be turned around now. The whole thing is blocked at the radiator. And indeed, in the end, we have everything perfectly in place here. We'll leave the trial mode aside for now, as well as social queries, futures, and settings. We have the chance to acknowledge everything as well. Yes, setting things up, temperature control, and so on and so forth. I'm going to re-engage the child lock feature again, then switch back to our device so you can clearly see how everything appears. And then that should be it. We're back in our radiator again. Child lock is engaged. Turning now shows a lock indicator immediately. I can turn here in any direction. Nothing is happening anymore. You can easily control the entire process this way. You can also easily connect the entire setup with your home device. Smart Life offers a dedicated version specifically designed for both Amazon and Alexa platforms. And then you can easily connect all your devices and have full control over them if you choose to do so. And with that, I'm out.